Hey guys, Jeffries here and welcome back to Cities in Motion 2. Today is Wednesday and as I said in Monday's episode, we're going to start prepping for a big project that's going to be happening in Friday's episode. Now, I did mention that it would be a bus hub in Tram Square, and I might still go ahead with that plan. But right now, I'm very tempted to do something different. I'm very tempted to bring a new type of tram line to the city. But I want to make sure I do it right first of all. It will be underground. It will not be... Well, I'll say it will be underground. Some of it will be above ground, some of it will be underground. And it will not be the same as the City Auto network. It will be a totally different network. In no way will it be connected to City Auto. What it will be is a replacement for... Where is it? Over here, the trolley line. Now this metro line is good. I like it. It's the City Express part of it that I'm not happy with. I think this could do with rejigging. So I'm going to head over to the depot where it's based. I'm going to shut the line. In fact, I'm not going to shut the line. I'm going to delete the line. Now this is connected to the City Auto network. So for now at least, I will not be making any radical changes to this. What I will, however, be doing is severing the tie between... Where are we? Here we are. I'll be severing the tie between the City Auto lines and the above ground section. There we go. This is going to become a completely separate network. Which I haven't fully decided where I'm going to build it yet. It's going to go into the heart of the city though, I know that. I think at this point it's going to be above ground, and then it's going to run underground into the heart of the city, possibly underneath Tram Square, and maybe even as far over as the City Auto bit here. It might even, depending on how good a condition the trams are, it might go further. One thing we do need to do is move these stops over slightly so that they can accommodate trains a lot better. So one there. Get rid of that one, and we'll get rid of that one. What other stations do we have? These ones here. Got to move that one up to there, and this one up to there. Nearly lost that. Get rid of that one. Get rid of that one. We've got the we haven't got the underground one next. We've got this one next. This is probably the most well-built one on the network in terms of the pathway can get out on both sides. And the actual slopes themselves aren't that bad either. They're manageable. I think that's the best way of saying it. They're manageable. Okay, so that's that one taken care of. Now we've got the underground one. That's all the way over here. So we need that one to move there. And this one, if I can see what I'm doing, that one needs to move it to about there. And we'll scrap this one, and we'll scrap this one. Now we got this one, which definitely needs moving. Put these right down the end. Now this is actually part of a little project that I've got lined up to replace part of the metro network. I think the metro can extend into different parts of the city. Sure, not got a problem with that, but I think some of the lines are a little bit repetitive, and some of the loop lines definitely are repetitive. So I feel like we could actually rejig that slightly and move it around, and basically try and make it better. Not 100% sure how to go about that as of yet, but it's definitely something that I've been considering doing for a while now. It's something that could do with just freshening up. And the water bus network as well is something that can do with a radical overhaul. For now though, I'm going to make this line go underground. Where am I heading to? Over there. I think I could bend it this way and then bend it back this way. Yep, like that, and then bring it over this way, like this. And there's a very good reason as to why I'm doing it like this, because I'm going to get rid of this road here. I'm going to put in a pedestrian path, like that, and then curve it round, like so. As I keep telling you guys, I love curved stations, and you guys seem to like them too, so that's always a good bonus. There's our connection with the City Auto network. Like I said though, it's not a solid connection, it is just what do you call this, an interchange, that's the word I'm looking for. It's just an interchange. Put the two stations in, and now we go into proper underground metro mode. Stations will be a lot more spread out. Like so, underneath the water. Now this one is going to head off this way, because we're actually going to go... In fact, where are we going to go? I want to go via Tram Square. That's definitely a stop I want to make. Just got to make sure that I don't get in the way of all the other lines. Yeah, I know where I want this to go. Got to make sure this fits underneath all of this malarkey. Except I actually want to bring it... Is that just too underground, that bit there? Yeah. And this is 8 underground, so I need to bring it right back up quite quickly. That will probably do, like that. And then I need to grab this, like so, curve it round. Do it like that. Now it needs to head down and underneath this water, and I hope I've left myself enough space to do that. Otherwise I'm going to be hacked off. It's a bit of a slope, but it'll do. Got to navigate my way around the existing network. I'm going to leave that like that for now, because I'm going to have to connect this up to over there. And I kind of have an idea as to how I want to do that. There's about halfway. Just go like that, and then like that. There we are. There's a bit of a windy tunnel, but it works. And we'll have a stop there, and we'll have a stop there. Now the next stop on this line is going to be... well, at this point it's going to curve north and start following this freeway. It might even be over here at the hub. The next stop. Might as well do that. So I need to grab the track. Although, actually, I'm thinking about, yeah, might have to terminate this line quite soon. Okay. I think I could get away with that. How many buildings have we got around here? Not many. Not that many. I hate being stuck in these situations where I don't really know what to do next. I think the first thing I can do is get rid of that. And then I can get rid of... Actually, no. Shouldn't have done that. That was stupid. Put that back in. I want it to come up and terminate around here, but I just don't know where. Okay, hang on. I'll get rid of that again. And then I'll get rid of that one, and I'll get rid of that one. I'll put this there, like that. And then here, metro track. Run it underground. And I should be able to connect it up, just like that. There we are. Okay, now I've got to connect tram tracks up. So we need to go like this, and then at this end into tram square, and then onto this. Run underneath all here, and then up at this bit. We need to go there, 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 and there. Now, as I said, this is just a prototype line. This is not going to be a final version of how I want this whole network to look. This is just a test to see if it's actually viable or not. And if it doesn't look like it's going to work, then we'll of course change the plans. Need to save my game quickly, because again, desktop keeps freezing. This is actually the second time I've attempted to record today's episode. First time it crashed. The game crashed and then my desktop froze, and it just wasn't pretty. There was a bit of swearing going on. Right, now I need to worry about this end, where it's going to connect. I could just leave it as it is, but I'm a little bit worried that there won't be enough space for the trains that I'm planning on bringing in. Because of where I've put these stops, there definitely won't be enough space, so I think I'm actually going to move the stop to this part of the... put it there. Like that. Then there should be enough space. So it won't be a direct connection anymore, you'll have to walk around the corner. But I think that will work. So all that's left to do now is head back over to the depot, which is over here, and plan out the line. Now I have no idea what this line's going to be called yet. I think for now it's just going to be called Tram-Train. Because that's basically what this is going to be. We're going to timetable it the same as the Venetian line. Oh yeah, that was something I wanted to show you guys actually. I'll have to show you that in a second. Because I think it's quite cool what I've done. It's not... Again, I did it for aesthetic reasons. We've got enough money in the bank now that I can start doing things not necessarily to make money anymore, but just because they look good. And that's kind of what I've done with the Venetian line. So I will show you that once I've finished planning out this line. Whilst I do that, let's turn this line off. So I want to grab the first train and watch this go round and see how popular it actually is. Right, under there. Over here. This one here. To this metro station. And then to this stop here. And then back. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stops. So this is starting to become like the Victoria line. And every stop is an interchange, so apart from Pimlico, I haven't forgotten, don't worry. Okay, now to buy the vehicles. Now I'm a big fan of these, the TTS tram car. We need 25 of these. But when you actually look at them, they look a lot like monorail trains. So I think they're definitely going to be the vehicle of choice for this line. Something else which I'm keeping vigilant on is the state of this freeway, because it is a bit of a mess still. Right, before I open the line and we get to see the first vehicle in action, I'm going to quickly hop over to the Venetian line and show you guys what I've done. So the Venetian line has now been split into 3 parts. First part is here, as you can see, Venetian line north, and that does the same trip that it always does. It goes over here, round here, to the Rat House, and this is where it terminates. We then have a second line, which is the Venetian Central. That one, you can see we've actually got a broken down vehicle here, that's not very good, but this one picks up passengers from here and takes them down to a second interchange via this bit here, which I was going to put a landmark in, but we haven't got any landmarks left, which is annoying. But there's another water bus line here called the Amur link, and that links up this stop here with another stop over here, which connects up with this metro line and city centre. But the Venetian Central carries on down here through this tunnel, emerges here, and then goes to this terminus here, where it connects with the Venetian South. Now the Venetian South runs all the way along the coastline here, all the way along here, all the way along here, via this interchange with what's going to become City Auto 11, I think it is. Runs through this part of the city and goes into this depot here, where it connects with the Cerise line and the Azure line, and also via a walkway the Alizarin South. Now there's a bit of a traffic problem here. Vehicles trying to turn onto this road and trams trying to navigate around as well. You can see there's a little bit of a traffic hold up. I'm tempted to move the Venetian line South depot to over this part here and have the tracks curve round and connect up. That's a potential expansion plan. But that's what I've done, and as I showed you the Amur link, there'll be another water bus here which will connect straight over to this side, and there'll be another one over where the City Auto, which I've lost, here, and that will connect up probably to this stop here, and then it will connect to the monorail and the tram here. Pimlico Island might become the new Docklands. I'm not 100% sure. I like the idea of this area being Docklands, though. It's just getting water buses in and out that I'm a little bit funny about. I'm not 100% sure if that would actually work or not. Right, we're ready to see this line in action for the first time. I'm hoping a vehicle leaves not long after I open the line. So Tram-Train, go. And you'll get to see what I'm talking about when I say about these vehicles. They do look fantastic. First of all, how are the stops doing? They're empty at the moment. It's a little bit awkward. This is just one line, by the way. There'll be another line that will break off and head into the city itself, and connect to these stations. And you know, it will do what we've done with the City Auto network. We'll just have a whole branch of these lines going underground. Might even end up replacing a vast majority of the metro. The metro is for rapid transit. It's to take people from stop A to stop B. This line is for the intermediate stops. So we'll probably end up with a case of what we've done with the metro loops. So this one here is a good example. But instead of having an express line and a normal line, what the metro will become the express line and the trams will become the normal lines. We'll actually have little loops that come off for that. Alright, here's the first Tram-Train. Let's follow it. This is what they look like. See what I mean now with the comparisons about monorail trains. They look weird, I think it's the nice way of saying it, but they look good at the same time. The way the wheels are set up as well looks a bit strange, but it means it can negotiate tight corners. A lot of street running trams have that kind of setup now. They're called Jacob's bogies. It's where the actual bogie set is on the divide between two carriages. It just means you put it on a flexible pivot, and it can go around really, really tight bends without too much trouble. Right, so this is the first prototype Tram-Train. Should I rename it that? Probably not, because it'll become part of the main network once that's up and running. Right, what we need here are passengers. and we haven't got any. That's annoying, actually. I want passengers on it to use this line. This isn't here just for aesthetics, it is also here to be used. And these trams do run quite slowly on this line. Even on the metro side of it, they do move quite slowly. So it isn't so much that this is the fastest way to get across. I mean, it is in terms of stops. It's got the least number of stops on a tram line. So in terms of stops, it is the fastest tram line in the city. But in terms of distance, it does take a long time to navigate the whole line. But you know, that's fine. That's part of the appeal of it. Really is. It's a quick way to travel slowly around the city. That's its USP. Alright, let's speed it up a little bit. Get a chance to actually see it go around all the stops. I do like the way we're starting to thread these lines in as well, without massively steep gradients. We do have some steep gradients where it meets the water, but that's just to utilise land space. Inside the actual city though, we've got all these little lines ducking and weaving around each other, and we've even managed with tram lines to connect them all up to the surface via the pathways without too many weird looking connections. Which again, I'm pleased about. That's a good thing. Alright, do we have any passengers waiting here? No, we don't. Why haven't we got any passengers? I don't like that. We need passengers. We have a severe lack of passengers right now. Maybe it just needs a couple of circuits to get used to it again. I hope that's the reason. Right, so we're about to come out from underground, at which point I can turn off underground view. There we go. Climb up onto the raised section, the L train. Okay, now this seems to be... This speed here is, I think this is the speed that metro trains actually go. In real time. And as you can see, we're in ×3, fast forward. So maybe trams isn't the best method here. Maybe just metro trains are the best way to go. I don't know. I like to give this a chance though. It deserves a fair crack of the whip. Alright, once we start getting to these hub stations, I'm hoping we start to get passengers waiting. Still none here though. None waiting to go back. One. Sir, you are the first passenger on the Tram-Train network. Congratulations. We should have a party for him. Let's find out his name. Her name? Pardon me. Ashlyn Young. She likes my services. Where's she heading towards? Okay, she's only going one stop. So, you're not my biggest fan. Obviously. Otherwise you'd be travelling on my network more often. Probably going to visit a friend or something. Whilst we're watching this as well, I want to talk to you guys a little bit more about Cities Skyline, because it's coming up to the big day. 6 days from now is the actual release date. I might see if I can start playing it a little bit earlier, just to get used to the game before I start making videos on it. But I've been watching other people's videos, including a live stream that was done with Colossal Order's... Is it CEO? I don't really know her role. Managing Director, something like that. What a game. It looks absolutely amazing. And it really is the SimCity that everyone wanted. But it's not SimCity, it's Cities Skyline. And, you know, it does look like a fantastic game. And I'm really, really looking forward to playing it. And the reason why I'm bringing it up now is because... the way it works is you can pick up a person like I just did there with Ashlyn. And you can follow them around for their entire life. You see them get born in the city, you see them live in the city, you see them work in the city, you see them die in the city. That's how it works. You can have people come in from outside the city, tourists and new residents, and you know, that's part of the game as well, that's absolutely fine. But you can have people that are specifically born and die in the city, and it becomes a real community. And every single person in the city, it doesn't matter whether you have 100 people, 1,000 people, 10,000 people, 1,000,000 people, you can follow every single one of them if you so wish. They all have individual names, jobs, houses, everything. Some of them even have pets. You can see them walking their dog. Then there's the fact that some people might have their own car. They all have pathfinding going on, so if they want to get from their house to their job, they can either drive, or if there's a quicker way via rapid transit, they'll take that. And it's just everything you want in a game like this seems to have been thought about and included, and it just looks incredible. And like I said, I'm so looking forward to actually getting hold of the game and being able to play it and experience it. It looks like something I'm really going to enjoy, and hopefully you guys are going to enjoy me playing it too. That's the whole reason I make these videos, after all, try and engage an audience. And you guys have been brilliant with this series. You're always responsive. We got loads of comments lined up for Friday's episode, which I'm really looking forward to doing. And yeah, it's just a really good thing. I'm really pleased with how well this has gone. As you know, I've said this many times. I think the last time I actually mentioned this properly was about 20-30 episodes ago, but this series was originally just going to be a filler series between my Football Manager episodes, and now it's become the other way around. I spend all my time recording these episodes and hardly have any time for Football Manager. Although if there's any of you who are interested in my Football Manager series, I do have 2 running at the moment. I have FMTB and I have You Don't Win Anything with Kids, both of which are returning from last year. And they're the filler series. Well, they're not the filler series anymore. They're the full-time series as well as this one is. But they're running alongside this. I also have 2 or 3 other new series that I'd like to bring in. I've got my FIFA series coming back. I've got my Ultimate Team series, which has just started. And yeah, now's a good time to be part of the Jeffries network, that's for sure. Definitely a good time to be part of the network. But I'm just filling time really talking about all that stuff while we're waiting for this train to reach the end of the line, which it very nearly has done. You can see it's starting to pick up passengers now, giving it enough time to actually generate some interest. Tram Square I'm still a little bit disappointed about. I thought people would be keen to move around from that part of the city, considering it's meant to be a main interchange of the city. So it's a bit of a shame to see that that's not happened, but it's early days. First train, that's all it was that went through. First train. Once people realise they can actually get a quicker tram to and from Tram Square, they'll be a lot more interested. As for us, we are still interested, but we're pretty much out of time in this episode, unfortunately. So as we watch this tram arrive, where it's going to pick up a ton of passengers, as you can see, I think it's just dropped from 45 down to 39, people getting fed up of waiting. So we'll see this pick up all its passengers, and then we're going to call this an episode, guys. So until next time, thank you very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, be sure to click the subscribe button for more fantastic videos like this. If you have already subbed, then thank you for your continued support. I very much appreciate it. Don't forget to leave this video a like if you haven't done so already. Likes basically tell me that you enjoy the series and you enjoy the videos, and it encourages me to make more of these videos. So if you enjoyed it, leave a like, and until next time, I will see you soon.